Hey there, Caleb. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Caleb. I hope you're impressed with what you see. I'm super excited to get this project finalized for you. With my normal work, I know the deadline's a little close, but I'm hoping you like what you see. I stepped in to add a couple bits of my own to the script just to make it make more sense narratively. I hope you don't mind, but you'll be seeing my face just here and there throughout the video. Today is a big day. We're going to talk about Elon Musk's bombshell email that he sent out to all Tesla employees. And then we're going to touch base with the AI pin to see if it really can beat the smartphone. Money makes dollars, but today we're going to make it make sense.
2024 has been a bad year for electric vehicles so far. In the first quarter of 2024, we saw a massive dip in EV sales versus the previous quarter and a slight drop in hybrids, which are still winning the overall race in the eco-friendly car market. According to consumer surveys and dealers, consumers are a bit turned off by the industry's higher prices than traditional combustion engines and are also kind of pussies when it comes to can I charge my car or not. Automakers like Ford seem to be switching gears towards hybrid versions of vehicles versus EVs. Ford said they expect to offer a hybrid version of every vehicle they make in the United States by 2030, whereas, on the other hand, they seem to be slowly turning away from EVs as their Mustang Mach-E deliveries fell 50% last year. Since 2020, Tesla has been on a hiring boom. For example, here in Austin, Texas, they've been a dominating force in the job market, employing about 20,000 people as of September 2023 at Gigafactory, Texas. In fact, I've had quite a few of these employees on my other show, Financial Audit. But now, here we are in the beginning of Q2 2024, and 10% of Tesla's global workforce is about to be let go. Elon Musk sent out an email to employees earlier this week, Monday, explaining the company's choices, saying that Tesla needs to reduce costs and increase productivity. At the time of the announcement, Tesla stock was down 32.94% year to date and down 10.91% year over year. And we've seen the stock drop during earnings 3 of the past 4 reports, November 2nd being the outlier. As a part of the effort, we have done a thorough review of the organization and made the difficult decision to reduce our headcount by more than 10% globally. Elon Musk wrote in the email, "There is nothing I hate more, but it must be done. This will enable us to be lean, innovative, and hungry for the next growth phase cycle." As of the end of 2023, Tesla has more than 140,000 employees globally, so 10% of that would mean 14,000 people out of a job. Just a couple of years ago, demand for Teslas was booming and profitability was showing great signs. But Elon has started to brace investors for slower growth this year. Earlier this month, Tesla reported its first year-over-year decline in quarterly deliveries since 2020 when the pandemic began. They delivered 387,000 vehicles globally, which, by the way, was their worst quarterly performance since the third quarter of 2022. Currently, Tesla is still the largest seller of EVs in the world, even though China's BYD briefly stole that title in Q4 of 2023. The Tesla Model Y was the best-selling car in the world last year, and it along with the Model 3 are still showing solid numbers. Okay, I'll admit, I'm a big old nerd and I'm a big fan of Tesla. After many years of daily driving my Jeep Cherokee, and after someone decided it's a good time to hit this guy's car, last December, I decided to upgrade, and I know a lot of people would disagree with that word, and I got myself a brand new Tesla, in cash, of course. I'm not about to have no car loan over here. So I have my biases. I no longer have to stop at a gas station and touch them nasty-ass handles and stand in 110-degree humid Texas summer while inhaling fumes. I also fly by everyone on each and every road while the car drives itself. So I'm a full nerd about these cars. Let's get that out of the way. But there are a lot of issues that I will admit. One, the build quality. Now, yes, it has gotten a lot better over the years, but does anyone buy a new Tesla and not get that weird rattle after about 1,000 miles of driving? It's incredibly obnoxious and it's like, and I want to die every time. That being said, their service centers are on it and they fix that shit quickly and easily. Another issue for the super nerds like myself is the self-driving. Now, the self-driving itself gets major updates, and I honestly think it drives better than most human beings after recent updates, so no complaints there. For this complaint, it's about the price. People have spent $15,000 for a one-time payment for full self-driving, which cannot be transferred unless something special is announced here and there. But now the monthly subscription to full self-driving has been dropped to $99 a month, meaning you need to be paying this for 151.5 months before you start losing money on this versus the one-time payment. Now, yes, the cost of the one-time payment does change all the time as it goes up and down, trying to get people to sign up. But oftentimes this is not transferable, and the monthly option can be stopped at any time and can be started on a new Tesla if you decide to upgrade. So sometimes people feel screwed over, especially early adopters. And speaking of those early adopters, they feel even more screwed as constant price cuts in the vehicle lineup forcefully drive down the value of their very expensive early adopting price points. But I also get it. As production gets more effective and they begin to scale, price cuts make sense and it helps the company hit their quarterly goals. But it doesn't surprise me that delivery numbers have stunted a bit at this point. The concerns around forced depreciation and confusion around software pricing almost made me cancel my Tesla order twice. Once things are a bit more predictable from a consumer perspective, I bet their deliveries will recover again.
This all comes at a strange time because Elon Musk is set to release his Optimum AI robot pretty soon here. Speaking of AI, our friend Marquise had an advanced look at the AI pin, you know, the one that's supposed to replace your smartphone. We're going to dive into his video and find out if it really can replace the phone and why you should probably think twice before getting an AI pin.
Marques Brownlee, or MKBHD, has completely destroyed a company overnight again. At the beginning of this week, Marques uploaded a video titled "The Worst Product I've Ever Reviewed," for now, which amassed over 3 million views in just 24 hours. He covered the Humane AI pin, some heavy Apple Watch looking thing that sits right above your titties and answers questions incredibly slowly, making me feel slightly better that AI might not completely take over the world just yet. As MKBHD was covering the design, his first third of the video was actually quite positive regarding the physical design, internals, and the ease of charging. But the video quickly turned into a bit more of a, "I'm about to ruin this man's whole career."
This device, as it exists today, is hamstrung by its ideal future version of itself.
As Marques went about his days testing the product, it was slow, loud, inconvenient to use, and ran out of battery way too quick for something that's supposed to sit on them titties all day, every day. With a fully honest review covering AirPin's $699 plus $24 a month flaws, combined with a juicy title, the internet exploded. On X, or Twitter, or whatever the fuck, Danielle Vassallo called MKBHD's review distasteful and almost unethical to do when you have 18 million subscribers. Marques slapped back with a, "We disagree on what my job is." And this is my favorite part because I get to deal with it daily, but very smart person and successful creator, sarcasm. Danielle asked Marques, "Why didn't you just use the same sensational title on X?" Now, I love a backseat YouTuber just as much as the next guy, but how are we still confused on how thumbnails and titles are made specifically for each platform and for that platform's specific preferences? Daniel, if you still don't get how the YouTube platform works in 2024 at this point, then we need to send you back to the 1960s where you'd probably feel a bit more comfortable. Even an executive at Humane thanked MKBHD for his review. Sam Schaefer said, "An honest, solid review, Marques. All fair and valid critiques, both the good and the bad. Feedback is a gift. We reflect, and we listen, and we learn, and we continue building." Now, since I'm one of those annoying motherfuckers who constantly loves to play devil's advocate any chance I get, I mean, what else could this executive have said? It was either accept the criticisms or just stay quiet. If Sam went out there and started complaining about the review, it would have further hurt the company. Another X-user posted, "MKBHD bankrupted a company in 41 seconds. Now, for what it's worth, Marques has not been the only one with these criticisms of Humane's AirPin. It's been facing scathing reviews, and Humane's own head engineer has been out there defending against them. But this isn't the first time this has happened for MKBHD, because earlier this year he completely destroyed automaker Fisker in their Ocean SUV with a video titled, "This is the worst car I've ever reviewed," on his channel Autofocus. Oversimplifying this thing, essentially just like Airpin, MKBHD got in his hand a product that was not ready to be tested and needed major updates before a review was made.
First of all, I don't think I've started this car one time and not gotten some error on this screen behind me, whether it's just one of the steering systems or the braking systems or the cameras failing or the ADAS system not starting up.
So yeah, Marquez completely hated the car, and it's not hard to see why after watching the video. Warning lights that came on multiple times, inability to monitor the car's solar roof output, repeated issues with the car's key fob, and much more. For what it's worth, when it came to the Ocean SUV, Fisker did ask him to wait for the car to receive a massive 2.0 software update because Marquez received the car from an outside source. But the dude is a tech and car reviewer. He reviews what's in front of him, and if you're a tech or car company, don't have your shit out there in people's hands if that shit is shit. And in this case, 2 times in a row, it has been. So you, Jonathan in the audience, starting your next world-changing startup in your mom's garage, just make sure your Make the World a Better Place product is ready to use before a reviewer can get their hands on it, because people like MKBHD will always give us their honest thoughts regardless of how much work still needs to be done on the product.